My guest today is one of the foremost experts in nutrition, natural health. She knows food like the back of her hand, and she's counseled well over 15,000 people one-on-one. So she knows what she's talking about. So who am I talking about? One of my greatest, closest friends in natural health, Kim Bright from Bright Core Nutrition, who, believe it or not, is the first company to support this television show 13 years ago. And I want to welcome Kim Bright, and it is great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Ward. It's always such a joy, and we were so proud to be your first sponsor 13 years ago. I can't believe it's that long ago.
I know, and you know what's weird is your product, Sweet Wheat, has never changed. It's still as pure as it has ever been. And I hear nothing but great things from all of my viewers that take the product. But I want to step back a bit because I want to know how you got into natural health.
Well, you know, I handled myself first, and I started studying all kinds of esoteric things that everybody, you know, called me crazy. She's a little wild. But now it's mainstream, but I was ahead of my time.
But you were an actress, you were a model back then, and then you were having health issues that kind of led your path down the natural way.
That's right. I had a near-death experience, and
really?
When I came back, you know, God gave me some information, I guess, about nutrition, and that was my path then from that point forward. And I really, you know, I helped myself, but I really love people, and I saw that, you know, in my own health, the way that I was raised on the typical American diet.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was eating wrong. I didn't know I was acidic. I didn't know that I wasn't drinking enough water. I was dehydrated. And I thought, you know, I've learned and I've taught myself. Now I need to share this. This is kind of like my mission work, if you will. It's to help people understand and realize how can they take control of their health and not depend on someone else? How can they understand simply their own health? What do they have to do very simply to change just a few things in their life that could promote higher levels of energy, you know, no constipation, waking up in the morning feeling like you want to jump out of bed, and being alive more. And that's what I wanted to share. That's why I went down this path. That's why I knew I had to do that, and working with people one-on-one, over 15,000 people.
Yeah, but I understand that when you would sit down with one-on-one with someone, you always ask them the question, what do you think is the most important thing for your health? And they would always say food.
Food,
but
always.
That was always the third thing. It was the air we breathe. Oxygen was number one.
Right.
And then water was number two. And the first two were still ignored today.
That's right. And you know what, too, Ward? And this is for you guys out there in the audience. And I love you dearly. And this is why I'm still doing this at my age. But the whole thing is that most people have no idea that they're overacidic. I did not know I was overacidic. What does overacidic mean? Well, that means that we are laying the groundwork in our bodies, in our bloodstream, we have a normal amount of fungus in our body, we have a normal amount of yeast in our body, we have bacteria that are friendly and unfriendly, but if they're in balance, balance is the key word. You want balance. And so if we get out of balance, the people that I saw, 95% of the people that I saw were overacidic.
Okay, 95% are overacidic, which means basically 95% of the people watching the show now are overacidic.
That'd be a good,
and even though they may not
guess.
be showing any adverse effects from it, they are.
Yes, they
because
are.
if you leave it untreated, it's like leaving a water treatment plant untreated, then it gets worse.
Yes, yes.
And so how did you come across wheatgrass as being this extremely alkaline substance?
Well, because wheatgrass is known to be the king of alkaline foods. Alkalinity, you've got acid and alkalinity, and when your blood is at 7.2 or 7.3, that's your perfect balance. Well, wheatgrass falls right in there. Same with mother's milk. Those are the two things that are right in there. Brown rice comes real close too. So that's why when I researched everything, how can I help make people healthier in a real easy way? You know, I changed my whole diet. I went and changed up everything in order, but I didn't really understand wheatgrass then. Wheatgrass juice. I did not understand it at that time. So that's how I got involved with doing wheatgrass juice and creating the product Sweet Wheat.
Kim, exactly what is sweet wheat?
Sweet wheat is the most nutrient-dense, alkalining food on the planet, and I express that it's food. It is food. It is not a drug. It is not considered a supplement, really. It's food. Now, I know some of you are out there going, grass, wheatgrass? I'm not a cow. I can't chew grass. No, we take the grass and we juice the grass, and we juice it when it's at its vegetable stage. That's the most nutrient-rich time for this.
And it is a vegetable.
A vegetable
It's
at that
a green
stage.
vegetable.
A green vegetable. How many of you out there eat your green vegetables like you're supposed to, or even your normal, any vegetable? This provides you with so much of that, your phytonutrients, your antioxidants, all of these things are encompassed in wheatgrass juice. And I've had people literally fast on this, and you can, if you had one thing and the world was coming to the end and you needed to eat something, sweet wheat's it. This is wheatgrass juice.
It's true, because I've done it before. I mean,
Yes.
it's kind of like if you were on a desert island and you could only take one food with you because your little suitcase is really, really small.
Yep.
Sweet wheat, you could literally live off of it by itself.
That's right.
Sweet wheat and water.
It's got all
and
your
you are
amino
good.
acids.
It's got everything in it.
Minerals, vitamins, enzymes, everything that you need for great health. So that's what sweet wheat is. And it is the actual juice of the plant. It is not ground up grass, which is just mainly cellulose. There's a lot of companies out there that when you go out and you look and it'll say wheatgrass powder. That's not what you want. You want wheatgrass juice. You want sweet wheat. At this vegetable stage, there's no gluten, folks. None. It's loaded again with all the amino acids, all the minerals, all the vitamins, and live active enzymes. That's what you need.
I tell people, it's kind of like, you and I agree where people don't drink enough water.
No.
And I said,
They're
look,
dehydrated.
do this. Take some sweet wheat, drink, we're supposed to drink at least what, 6 to 8
It's
8
a half
ounce?
ounce for every pound of weight you are.
Yeah, so let's say you drink, let's say you weigh 150 pounds, drink 75 ounces a day.
Right.
But if you spread out through the day, I said, always put sweet wheat in your water, and you will be shocked how you feel the next day.
That's right. And you can take it either in the capsules or you can mix it. Look how easy that it mixes right in if you want to drink it. And it's such an easy way to get your vegetables into you, all your amino acids, your protein. It's high in protein too. We didn't even talk about the protein content.
And I have talked to so many people who actually use your product, Sweet Wheat,
Mm-hmm.
and who have never taken a health supplement in their life. They start the Sweet Wheat and they are literally saying, wow, it's the first thing I've ever tried, but I actually physically, even mentally, feel a difference. And that proves that
Yes.
the acidic nature in our body, once you start to reduce that more to the healthy alkaline levels where they need to be, life just blossoms.
Well, all of a sudden you've got more energy. All of a sudden your bowels are moving correctly. All of a sudden you're feeling this whole kind of clean feeling and a detoxing as long as you're drinking the water. Now, I'm going to speak to you really hard about this out there because you can take sweet wheat and you can change things. But if y'all don't drink your water and you don't flush those toxins out, it's just like recirculating all the toxic waste in your body. It's clouding your memory. It's clouding all of your cells with this toxic waste, if you will, that you're constantly bathing your cells in. And so your eyesight's not going to be as good, your mental acuity is not going to be as good, your energy is not going to be as good.